if you actually look at the detail of what the Cabinet Secretary was talking about, there are very many similar arguments to those that were made by the Brexiteers. A deadweight UK, slow economic growth. That was what Nigel Farage and Jacob Rees-Mogg said about the EU at the time. The fact that there's a huge market elsewhere in the world. Exactly the same argument that the Cabinet Secretary has made this afternoon is the one that made by Jacob Rees-Mogg. And then overruling our democracy. Equally, an argument that the Cabinet Secretary and Jacob Rees-Mogg have frequently made. So there are many similar echoes between the two arguments. It's the two forms of nationalisms that are taking over this debate. And I think the one thing that we have learnt over the last few years, that putting up barriers causes economic damage rather than creating economic opportunity. I've noticed in recent weeks that several members of the SNP benches have been getting exercised by the new labels that are being stuck onto UK produce, not for EU, which is the consequence of the Windsor Agreement, the Northern Ireland Protocol, to deal with the Green Lane issues. But this is not something to point to the failure of Brexit, which I think, of course, it is. But it is also a warning about what would come if we were ever to be in the unfortunate situation of breaking up the United Kingdom, because we would be replacing those labels with not for UK produce. That would be what would be on our produce in Scotland. So the thing that we very much get angry about now is exactly the thing that would happen if we were ever to break up the United Kingdom.